Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to the Almost Grown Up podcast with Kamil and Sleepy Azeem over here. If you're new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell too, and smash that like button, as they say. Yeah, see you in the video. 3, 2, 1.
That didn't come out right.
I heard it.
Kind of sounded more like a fart. Queefed with my mouth.
How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is good. He's not.
I'm so tired. As you would have guessed from...
Yeah, but it's self-inflicted, mate.
Yeah. Well,
Pump at your gym.
sort of. Should just got more sleep.
Yeah.
No.
Plan ahead, man.
I did. I failed.
Yeah, you did.
It's like how people say, if you have a good plan, then you're in a good place. Like, well, no, you still got to do the plan. I could plan to do all kinds of shit, but if I don't do it, it doesn't matter. It's like, and then people say the $1 million idea. It's like everyone has $1 million idea. The difference is the people who did it.
People, yeah, you need to follow through with it.
You still got to do it.
Yeah, you got to do it. Yeah.
What are we going to talk about today?
Video games, I think.
That was one of the ones. I kind of we should do we should have got, if we'd planned, we could have got if we planned,
there you go.
we could have got
Finger gets pointed at us.
we could have got Jerome to do a little 16-bit version of our
Oh yeah,
of our theme
we
tune.
can still do that.
Wow, that's putting pressure on him.
You just suggested the idea. It would have been.
Well, I was saying if we planned.
No, okay, not for this podcast. I mean, just like for later.
That might be relevant. It might be like video games. I didn't even really play any 16-bit video games, if I'm honest. I did like
16. That's like Pac-Man and stuff, right?
Batman.
Pac-Man.
Oh,
I'm sure there was a Batman
yeah,
arcade
yeah.
game.
Yeah. That.
Okay, cool.
But like the sounds are all like you've used like Bit Crusher on Logic, right?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, I didn't really play any of those kind of games. I guess we kind of missed it.
I did Tetris.
Being the generation.
But that's because my sisters had it.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were like 6 and 9 years older than me, so I kind of got the tail end of that. And I also do you remember Snake on the Nokia 3310s?
Is that 16-bit? Was that 8-bit? What's the difference?
I think because there's difference though, because there's 16-bit like graphics and 16-bit sound.
Yeah. Well, sound is what people usually refer to, right?
I guess
that's
so.
what I do, because being a musician, I guess.
I guess so. That's what I refer to it as well.
Yeah.
Because I only know it from Logic.
I associate it with the sounds and the tone. You keep playing.
Just pull my mic out.
I was just about to say, you keep playing with your... Oh, you've just fallen. Taking it off. Go down. What away?
Hang on.
This thing's loose. Boom.
It's in. I really hope the mic picked up when it went in.
Yeah, it did. I'm sure it did.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, because like my earliest memories of like video games were like on actual consoles. I remember going to my mate's house in primary school and being
Your mate
like,
lived in a primary school?
No, we went to my mate's house when I was at primary school.
Right.
Um,
So Skiving?
fuck's sake. No, afterwards, like sleepovers and that.
Okay.
And then he had a Nintendo 64, like with fucking cartridges, playing like Mario Kart and stuff, which is sick. But we never played it that much, so I don't really remember that much. And then PlayStation 1 was like the first thing I got, and then from there it was just like,
You skipped out the whole Game Boy phase.
oh yeah, was that before PlayStation 1?
Oh, that's a really good point. I actually don't
I
know.
still got my Game Boy
I don't remember.
because I had the no, you're right, Game Boy came out fucking way before the PlayStation 1, because you had that first grey one, the brick thing where it's just like black and white, and it had like no backlight to it, so you couldn't play it
At night in bed. Which is basically what like when the DS and the Advance came out.
That was it.
Do you remember the Advance had that thing that you'd plug into the back and there's a light on top? Do you remember
shit.
that?
Wait, is the Advance the purple one?
Yeah, that was
I've got that one. Yeah. I've got the Game Boy Color, which
that's
still
like
works.
the brick.
Yeah, I got a bright green one. And I've got like some sick games on there. There's like a Pokemon game, like Metroid.
You play the Bugs Bunny one?
No. Well, Bugs Bunny
Pokemon. No, the Bugs Bunny game in general. It's not just Pokemon.
It says only 2 characters, right? Or 3.
Yeah, there's like Bugs Bunny, Lola, and I think you could play as Daffy in one of the levels. And I remember I used to just get to like, I think it was literally level 3, and I could never get past it.
You're a quitter.
No, as in I kept doing it.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Oh.
But I'd always go back and try again. And then I think eventually I got to, like, you know how like they come to a certain age and you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Well, kind of.
That might have been because of like better games had come out.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like,
And because I kept failing.
because there were such new consoles, they were almost like trialing out on it. So they probably made it a certain difficulty and then they couldn't change it. So if it was that difficult, there'd be no way to like adapt it. Whereas now, it's all like fucking online based, so you could just.
We've had this conversation so much
Update
where
it.
it's so difficult to play a video game in the same room as your friend.
It's nigh on impossible now.
Yeah, like this. Like if you look at let's take like Xbox and PS4 for example, or PS5. It's so heavily dependent on the online side of things that
Totally.
if you look on the back of the game, it just says one player, unless it's got network connectivity. Do you remember
Which is
when
then
PlayStation?
like up to like 99 players or whatever.
Yeah, how many the servers can handle? Like GTA has like what 20? No,
Like 32. You can have
but-
32 in a lobby.
But then when you join an actual game, like let's say it's like a stunt race or something,
Oh yeah, you can have up to
it's like 16, right?
no,
Is it more than
30,
that?
32. Yeah, I'm sure.
You could have the whole lobby in the fucking race. Surely not.
I don't know. Maybe it is 16.
That can't be right. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Which is mad. Like, I mean, I get that. Like, it's sick the fact that you can do that, but then say if
It's like they've connected us with people from the other side of the world, but also made us so much more isolated.
well, that's like social media though. That's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you can communicate with anyone, but you have to use this medium to do so.
The
And,
irony,
like,
irony of us saying this on a podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good point.
But
But yeah, no, like, and then so like when we lived in that flat, remember we had, I think you brought your PlayStation over, and we were there like we couldn't really play any games, so we were playing
we just
a
took,
racing game.
We just took turns on dirt.
Yeah, we just taking turns because you can't do split screen because I
Even
guess
on F1 actually, like we were talking about that just inside now, like with the steering wheel, you can't. Well,
Yeah.
that game's kind of shit on a pad anyway. But
yeah, but that's more like intensive in it because to plug two wheels in, I think it's going to be pretty difficult. Like that, I get.
that'd be
because-
fun though.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be
but,
so much fun.
But then you need a space and also it's like these games now are so big and they're so like intensive, like CPU intensive, where it's like to do it times 2
yeah,
would be mad, to have the same level of gameplay. Because back,
yeah, that
back
frame,
when
that frame. To be fair,
like Pong,
even
like yeah, that's 2-player. We fucking things doing this.
even like GTA now online, if I drive too fast, my frame rate slows down.
That's just probably your console though.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, totally.
Better get a PS5 then.
Wow. Oh wait, can't fucking find one.
Is that still the To be
Dude,
fair, I haven't actually looked.
Yeah.
if I'm honest.
I look every now and again and I'm like, it's just like articles saying, oh, the next stock drop. I'm like, why is there stock drop? You just didn't have this when the PlayStation 4 came out. I got it before Christmas.
Did you?
Now it's like, fucking good luck. It's almost like, well, a quarter of the way through the year. It came out in November, wasn't it? Or for Christmas, maybe?
Yeah, November.
Can't fucking get one.
What month is it now? It's
It's almost May.
It is almost it, mate. Fuck.
Third of the way through, pretty much.
Wow. I mean, every time I think about getting a PS5, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. It'd be great. And then I think, how often do I actually even play the PS4 now?
Yeah. So
But I will still get it just for the new MotoGP.
yeah. Well, I was talking to my mate Chima. You know Chima, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was saying, like, yeah, he really wants one, but he'll probably get it when they stop making the like games for both consoles. So like there was a transition period where they
yeah.
made PS3 and PS4. Whereas when they start phasing out the PS3 games, and be like, oh, we're just moving forward to PS5 now. Then be like, okay, cool, now it's time to get one. And by that point,
Why then? Like,
because you
what
can still
was
play the
his
same games, isn't it? Like, and they're not any different. They're just.
I'm sure they must be a bit different.
I don't think the gameplay is going to be the same. It's just going to be like the graphics will be different. Well, it'd be better graphics. But the overall gameplay would be the same, I think.
Did you see all that hype about Cyberpunk 2077 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, like was that E3 or something? They had like Keanu Reeves come out because he was one of the big name actors that were like doing the motion capture and had a character in the game and all that.
Yeah.
And then all of their trailers and stuff like made it seem like this huge, like expansive open world. Yeah, it looked amazing from the trailers, and you could customize a character.
It was basically GTA for the future.
You could give him a massive fucking dick if you wanted. Like
what?
A huge. Did you not see that bit?
No.
They, like, so your character's like, he's just standing there, and like
you could just do whatever.
You could just like put a fucking hog on him, man. Like, and then like if equally, if you're a female, you could put like big flotation devices on, man. Like you could save the Titanic with those.
Or small flotation devices. Up to you.
Yeah, you could
do what you
not
want.
even save yourself if you wanted. But
that's mad.
Yeah, so it had all this customization. Everyone was like fucking hyped about it, and it came out. And then I think literally about 2 weeks in, everyone was like shitting all over it on the internet.
But that's because it came out on PS4.
Yeah, so it only worked well
on the PS5.
Better on the next gen, next gen console.
But which is what it was made for. Because again, it's like CPU, like PS4.
But then that basically goes back to why I'm questioning why Chima wants to do that, because that's case in point of it being very different. And especially with game developers now focusing on like the spec that they have to work with,
they're going to push the boundaries more, aren't they?
Yeah, rather than focus on what they can do regressively.
Yeah. Well, that's going back to like the PlayStation 1. So, you know when Crash Bandicoot first came out, you know they had to recode the PlayStation for that game to work. So there's
PlayStation 1.
Yeah, there's a really good documentary on it. It's like a short YouTube thing. I'll put a link in the description. You look like definitely check that out on YouTube. But basically, like, so the game developers are talking about it. Who are they again? Naughty Dog. Yeah, Naughty Dog.
Mm-hmm. That just brought back so many memories.
Yeah, totally.
When you said that.
Yeah,
name.
dude. And so what they wanted for the game was like actually impossible with the specs that they had for the PlayStation 1, right? So then they had to like cleverly the code, it's something to do with like the code they put into the disc rewrote the code on the PlayStation. So you're sort of like they basically hacked the PlayStation through the disc or through I don't know, some means for that then to work, because they only had like a certain amount of.
Was Sony okay with that?
They sold fucking millions of games. I don't think they're bothered. It helped to sell the console too, you know? But it's like they weren't breaking any rules. They weren't like tarnishing it or anything. They were making it better for performance sake. And it's almost like, you know, like F1 teams, how they like cheat around the rules. It's like, it's not cheating.
It's got to be done.
Yeah, exactly. Like
you got to push the boundaries.
Exactly. Same sort of thing.
But
which I found sick.
So what?
No, that like just how they had to like find a way to do this, and then we just there like fucking coding, trying to figure out ways to do it.
Do you reckon that's why like
Bandicoot came out?
That was one of the reasons why that game was loved so much at the time, and we were just too young to understand it?
Yeah, totally.
I think adults.
It was so different.
Adults at the time would have been like, "This game is groundbreaking because they've just done this."
It's like when GTA came out first. It's like, what is this? Like,
so do you remember the game Driver?
Mm-hmm.
That was huge.
And I've got that on PlayStation 1.
Yeah, so I had Driver and Driver 2, and Driver 2 was like groundbreaking because you could get out the car and get into a new one.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing GTA 3, I think, when it was like
third person, third person.
Yeah,
the top down fucking like they went.
No, I think one and two were Bird's Eye, and then GTA 3 was the what you'd
over the shoulder
have come to know and love, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, this is like Driver, but on crack. Like you can shoot people. You can see
you didn't have guns in Driver.
No. Well, because that would be shooter then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto covers all bases.
Yeah.
So, like I remember seeing that and being like, what the hell is this shit? Like looking at Driver and being like, why the fuck have we been bothering all this time? Driver, another one.
And then there wasn't a Driver 3 after that point.
There was.
Was there actually?
Yeah, there was Driver 3 that was on PS2.
Did it do very well? I'm guessing not.
It was just always going to be in the shadow of GTA.
Yeah.
Because by that point, San Andreas had come out, and then Driver 3 came out after that, I think.
Oh fuck yeah!
So it's like
San Andreas is a big game.
Yeah, you've got such big shoes to fill, because you would also been following up off of Vice City, and then San Andreas.
Yeah.
Because there was three Vice City, San Andreas, and those are all huge releases.
And it's also like, so
Big up
GTA
Rockstar.
is still, Grand Theft Auto is still in a league of its own. It's the only game of its kind, really. Like, yeah, you've got Red Dead Redemption, also made by Rockstar, but it's like online
the same
capabilities.
engine?
I think so, yeah. It's like, it's the same, you know? Oh, sorry, not the same. It's unique, you know?
The opposite of what I said.
I said the same as in like Rockstar, Red Dead, and GTA, but
Anyway, go on.
anyways, yeah, like it's just mad how no one's just. Well, I guess Cyberpunk tried it because that's kind of like
failed.
that's been like the
I think they tried it because they went super futuristic with it. So
Yeah.
that was probably the only way they could
get on the
Probably-
map.
because there was GTA, which is fairly contemporary, like within the 20
It's based
years,
in the modern
20 years of
yeah.
where we are now. Red Dead Redemption was like way back then,
Yeah,
and so the only way they could go is that way.
forwards. Yeah,
So I can kind of see what they were doing, but it's a shame. Like as I said, you can have $1 million idea, but if you don't execute it right, you're fucked. It's not worth the shit.
and they got a ton of pre-orders too, didn't they? Like they sold a bunch of games.
Yeah, which is why I think people were so annoyed about it.
Hell yeah! Imagine spending 50, 60 quid on a game and then it's just been broken.
Do you know that's the other thing?
Games
So
are fucking expensive.
like I remember when Xbox didn't come out until PS2, wasn't it? Because it was PS1, then there was no Microsoft anything, and then PS2 came out, and that's when Xbox and Microsoft started. The Sony Microsoft battle.
Yeah,
console
because then
started.
it was PS3 and then Xbox 360,
Yeah,
and then they've been going up.
then
like,
PS4
side
and
by side.
Xbox One,
Yeah,
and now PS5 and Xbox. What's the new one? I'm not an
I don't
Xbox
know.
fan,
Xbox can do one.
unless you want to advertise in a video, in which case, please do so.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are we going to title this
PlayStation
this
for life.
podcast?
Xbox can do one. No.
Fuck Bill Gates. Reminds me of a funny story.
Yeah.
Not that I've met Bill Gates, but anyway. So I remember a time when I think it was around the PS2 time. I think my mum hated me playing video games.
Really?
Yeah, just because it was like because
quite a
from
new thing,
their
wasn't it?
generation they didn't know. They were like,
Yeah.
what good is this doing for my kid? Like, you're
Especially with
just-
games like Grand Theft Auto knocking
just-
about.
Oh, but they would also always stick to the age rating. I would never be allowed to.
Oh, right. Yeah, my parents were a bit loose with that.
Yeah, but like, I think it was. Do you remember the old, like Argos catalogs?
Yeah.
And they had like the big like gaming section. I just used to like wish for games. I'd be like, oh, I want to get that one. But they'd be like £30, and I'd get like pocket money and like save up and finally get one. Now, a new game is like 65, sometimes 70 quid if it's
Yeah.
like a big release. But
Yeah.
like baseline is probably like 55, 60 quid all the time.
It's mad.
Like, and,
But I guess-
and also I do understand it because like now the level of work that has to go into them. You're
They're
now
like movie productions.
You're now getting. You actually are getting like.
It's a game.
What was the guy from? Is it Mikkel? Something Mikkelsen. Is that his name? The Danish guy who's an actor, was originally like a ballet dancer. He was in Death Stranding, that Hideo Kojima game that came out a while back.
Mhm.
They got his motion capture. Keanu Reeves, like I just mentioned. They're getting actors to play
Yeah.
a part in this.
Yeah.
So I get why it has the price tag, but then how sustainable is this as an industry?
I think very. It's like you might as well just look at the movie industry. Same thing. Like you're basically playing a movie. The storyline is like depending on which game you play. I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed and that whole sort of series and
Ass.
yeah.
That's actually how I spell the word.
and I really liked
I'm like
ass
ass.
in
Yeah. Nice.
such children.
Hey,
Yeah, so-
adults got asses too.
Huge fan of that series
Yeah.
and you know not all games are going to be like that. Some like driving games for instance aren't going to be like that. Yeah, they're just mad. Like
But as in like, okay, not how sustainable is the industry, but how sustainable is this level of progression? Because let's say 10 years ago, the games were like 30, 40 quid. In 10 years' time, they're going to go another 10.
I don't think they're really going to get like I don't
Why
think
not?
price is going to be the main factor. I think now you got to the price where, okay, we're at the movie sort of stage now. It's going to stay at this kind of current rate. And then it's just going to be about like who's got the better storyline and who can do stuff, you know? Because it's not really about pushing boundaries in terms of graphics anymore. Like we're so far like...
I feel like it is. Did I show you that Unreal Engine 5 demo
for
when they
the-
like turn the polygons like on and off, and they
Yeah.
show you how all that they change the light source,
And that dude walks into that chamber room and it's
Yeah.
just like all these things.
all the statues,
And they're like,
and
each
then-
one of these statues has like a trillion fucking
yeah, exactly.
polygons or some shit.
And because they showed one at first, and they went to a room where there's like got multiple of them, and it's like we're rendering all of these in real time,
yeah.
without any like loss to the frame rate, because they've got some way. I don't know, like it's way beyond anything that I will understand.
Yeah.
But it was just fucking insane, because there's always going to be somewhere further you can push it.
Well, yeah, PC. You always get that one dude in the chat like, no, but it's PC. I can do that for half the price.
I had a mate at uni who used to build PCs for people.
No offense to PC players. But
Yeah, but you're
fucking nerds.
wankers. No offense, but it's always a great start to just offensive follow up.
Yeah.
I had a mate who'd build PCs, and he had like water cooled.
Water cooled, yeah.
And it's like it's got running water you can see, because
Yeah.
it's all like see through on the side.
Yeah.
Like that would freak me out. Man.
They look cool, some of them, like, because there's like see-through panels. But yeah.
Have you seen those? I think I must have sent you it when they've got these like three. It's like a short Instagram video when these like three guys run into a room and they have that set up. They sit in and they pull the screens down. It's like three
Yeah.
screens, and they have like a driving setup. Like that would be
Yeah.
like the dream. Why is it that? I guess girls do it too, but not any girls that I know, like that nerd out about having a sick gaming setup. Do you know what I mean? Like, why is it such a?
I don't know. I think you'd be surprised how many like girl gamers there are out there.
No, I know there's loads, but also they always end up like streaming on Twitch and also having OnlyFans, because that's apparently what just a natural progression.
Maximize that revenue. If you're streaming on one thing, you might as well stream on the other one.
Was
Wish it was easy for guys to do that. I'd be on that like fucking so quick.
it's like that,
Like, get that money, man.
remember that Family Guy. So like, you like that side boob? Well, you shouldn't, because that's my
That's
side
sad
boob.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like,
You guys
why-
are lucky, man. You could fucking make money a lot easier. I think girls. You don't see guys.
not
do
in the
that sort of
corporate
shit.
world.
Oh yeah,
I
good
mean,
point.
it's better-ish now, but
Yeah.
I feel like
I retract my statement.
basically you guys have a more dumb, sex-obsessed audience, aka men.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That will buy
and
into
they're literally just exploiting it because it's like, well, fuck it, why not?
This goes
Small
back,
brain, big brain. Okay, yeah, cool.
but this goes back to like whenever Cleopatra was around, like
Oh, the Egyptian times, like.
yeah, like so. I'm going to reference this really, really badly, so if anything would make myself look more dumb than I already am, but like it's one of those things where men had physical strength, and the only way around it, women knew, was like that's why there's a whole thing where like women play mind games. Like, well, that's because that's
Yeah.
that. How else were they meant to?
Yeah, guys use muscle, girls use brains. That's like that's kind
In
of
a very like in an
Yeah,
archaic
exactly.
sort of
yeah,
sense, but they figured out that was the one thing that men could not I guess resist against. So
it's mental strength, isn't it?
it's still which is why the whole stoicism
Ooh.
thing with like Marcus Aurelius and all that kind of stuff with philosophy comes in, because like a man who's stoic is actually more attracted to women because they're like, oh, that doesn't work against him. This has gone way off on tangent
Yeah,
from
fucking
gaming.
oh, jeez.
But yeah, back to games.
Back to video games. Nice. We're bringing it back.
Throwing it back.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, I really want a cool gaming setup, but I just again,
It's just money. You need space for
it's
it.
money, but also how often am I going to use it? Because
I reckon if it was set up,
how many times would I have to? Yeah, but there'd be so many other things I'd want to do. Like I'd be like, okay, I've got this amount of time. I want to go like see my girlfriend. I want to see you. I want to do the podcast.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
go and work out.
Yeah, but
I
hang
want
on.
to eat and sleep.
yeah, but listen, right? So you can just say if you had, I don't know, a fucking sim rig set up, right?
Yeah.
the fucking motorbike sim rig, right?
I can tell you exactly how this is going to pan out.
Yeah, but listen, right? So you finish work, right? And you just like, I just want to chill out for like an hour, right? So rather than just sat there
A sim
playing,
rig is not chill out though.
or just play a game, just clear your head, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, you just jump on for like an hour.
Not the first time you've said that.
Just an hour, damn son. No problems if it's going an hour. But anyways,
No, because I'll tell you how that'll pan out. What will happen is I'll play it. Let's say I'll probably end up doing it longer than I want to, and then
you like rinse it for the first like month.
I'll be annoyed at the fact. No, not even that. I'll end up being annoyed at the fact that I've played it too long because now I'll be like too tired to do the other stuff that I want to do.
Oh right.
Which is better for my health and more productive, and then I'll end up like just not using it, and then it will be a waste of money. Because it doesn't matter how many sim rigs you buy or how many whatever it is.
You almost need like a mate to like live with to then go, oh yeah, let's just because then you're chilling, you're hanging out,
yeah, exactly,
playing a video game. So you need one friend who has a sim rig, and then the other friend to come over. So you buy the sim rig, and I'll come over.
You've got the steering wheel.
Yeah, but it's shit.
Do you remember? I don't know if you remember this, but when we were at your house playing the sim rig on F1,
yeah,
I took a video of you.
Sim rig is a fucking cheap ass steering wheel with pedals.
It's better than a pad.
It works.
I took a video on my Instagram and put it on my story of you playing it, and Arabella was like, "What is this? 2008?"
Oh yeah, dude, it's sick.
Or something like that.
But it's like it's so
Good.
much more
immersive
and engaging. Like, so yeah, first lockdown, I bought a steering wheel, and I was playing like rally games and stuff, and I was like, this is very difficult. But it's like there's a skill thing attached to it because, like, you know, shifting gears and stuff. Like, you wouldn't ever do that on a pad. You just go and stop and turn. Like, that's it, right? So it's more realistic in the sense where you're doing more things at once, you know?
The only thing is funny, like, there's this weird irony of how it's gone full circle. So games and, I guess, books and movies were designed to take you away from reality, like with your imagination or whatever, or whether these fictional characters. And now we've gone full circle. We're like, how realistic can we make it? Make it feel real.
Yeah, but it still
I mean?
takes you away. So you're then like...
Yeah, no, I know.
Transported into a separate reality or separate universe.
And I think sensorially, if that's a word, it needs to be as realistic as possible to really take you away.
Yeah, because the more realistic it is, the better you can kind of grasp what's happening.
This
like 2D games now wouldn't really stick because people would be like, what is this garbage? Like, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, you know? Unless it's very well made. But, or like a cool puzzle game or something.
This reminds me of... I think a point that Joe Rogan made in his podcast when, because you know people are always like, you should read the book instead of watch the movie.
I ain't got time for that shit, man.
And Joe Rogan's like, he's like, no, you dummy. You've just said that because you want to seem like you're smarter than all of us. He's like, watch the fucking movie. Do you get to see dragons and shit? He's like, no.
Exactly.
You just get to look at words on a page. I get to see dragons and hear them. I'm like, fair enough.
Yeah, and you get to think about them. Yeah, nice one.
Go Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
maybe we'll invite him on our podcast.
Yeah, he'd be a great guest. If anyone's got a hookup, give him a call. Tell him who sent you. Hook up.
Oh.
I slur my words.
Could you imagine if we had Joe Rogan on this podcast?
We would know what to say.
Has he ever been on it?
He would just take over.
He would interview us.
Yeah. Be like, so this is quite dead.
I could feel like we
we'll
could
just
talk
ask him
about
questions.
MMA.
Yeah. Yeah, you could. I'd just be there like, yeah. So, aliens. Okay.
Asians.
Aliens. Bro, you're hearing shit.
It is pretty bad. But that's kind of what I like doing. Like, I just like to, even though I know that I wouldn't have heard that word, it doesn't make any sense for that word to be there. I'd be like, what?
Yeah, and you make me look stupid.
You said you'd fuck a dog in the ass?
I'm
motherfucking dog. No, anyway.
Okay.
Shout out Blink-182.
Yeah. On that note, I think you're fucking losing your mind.
It's lost.
It's gone. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. As always, smash that like button. And yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. And subscribe. Knock microphones off their stands. See you later, guys.
Too many coffees. Bye.
Yeah, bye.